Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully you're all well. Everybody's good. We're going to do two little projects today because the first one I chose to do, when I made them, I was just like, oh, this is going to take 3 minutes. Honestly, fastest project you've ever seen. They really are. So I did something that actually Linda made last year or the year before, a couple of years ago now actually. So I thought let's have a little go at those as well. So who's coming online? Let's have a little look at your comments. Let's see who's there. Oh, hang on, let's just get rid of that. Can you hear me today? Is everybody okay? Hopefully you are. Please do shout if you are there. Hi Jean, you can hear me, hopefully. Excuse me, gobbling my nose. Me and this stupid nose drives everyone potty. The baby's scared of it when I sneeze. He proper jumps. He's like, oh, bless him. Yeah, let me know if everything is working and you can hear me. Brilliant, you can hear me, Jean. Fabulous. Yeah, hopefully okay. So we're going to start with number 15 with the Advent. Hi. Hi Jane. Oh, you just love. Oh, that's really sweet of you. Thank you. I'm glad you joined us and you enjoy it. So we're going to do the Advent first, and then we're going to get straight into these projects. Okay. So I'm going to give it a big swirl again, like that. Get everybody all mixed up, much as possible. So you say hi to Wendy as well. Hi Wendy. Here we go. Giving it a really big swirl. Okay. And then I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to pick one from over there this time. Oh, that's one, I think. That one there. Yeah, that's one. Okay. So the winner today is 286, and that is Liz McParlin. So congratulations, Liz. Doesn't matter that I ripped your ticket. Hi, Carol. And then we can see what you've won, which is number 15. So I'll open this one up. There we go. And you have won. What have you won? So hi, who else has been saying? So hi Claire. Ah, good. It's nice to see you, darling. And hi Marilyn. Oh, you've won. Oh, it's beautiful. I love this book. I nearly kept it for myself, to be honest. It's a quilting book. It's like it's a really big, chunky. It's probably going to go Hermes because it's quite a big book. But it's like a quilting, not called the Quilting Bible, Quilting Compendium, I think it's called. So that's coming to you, Liz. So congratulations. Number 286 was the winner today. So congratulations, Liz. So that one can go in there. I've been working from home this morning. I'm going over to the shop this afternoon, but I'm working home this morning trying to get all my demos ready for tomorrow because obviously we've got the craft store tomorrow. So we're just going to say hello to hi Marilyn as well. You joined us. Lovely. So first things first, I'm going to pop you over onto the overhead. And I'm going to show you the two little things we're going to do today. So, oh, hang on, don't get everything out of order like I did yesterday. So, I was going to just do these with you, okay, which I thought, oh, how cute would they be on the Christmas table, little Christmas tree napkin, really sweet, and you can, like, lie your cutlery, oh no, this isn't cutlery, but you lie your cutlery in or pop it on the plate like that or next to the plate, pop your cutlery in there, looks like a little Christmas tree. And then you open it up and it's a napkin, okay? So, which obviously, again, much better than paper napkins because you can use them year after year. I've got a thread there that I didn't cut off. Year after year, and you can just wash them because they're cotton, so you've got a nice napkin, okay? I then made one when I saw them online and was like, oh dear God, this is going to take us 3 minutes. Because I thought it was something a little bit more complicated than just a fold, which it's not, it's just a fold. So I thought we'd make one of these and then we're going to have a little go at one of these, okay, which, in fact, this is obviously a bottle of Coca-Cola, not a bottle of wine, but you could put them over bottles on your Christmas table. Look at that little Father Christmas, isn't he cute? Or like a little gnome, isn't he? And you can use up scraps and all with this. Or you could put a little bit of ribbon on them, and you could do them like bunting, or hang them on the tree. You could make much smaller versions and go on the tree. But I just thought they were really cute. And if you were given a gift, given a bottle of wine or something, it'd be nice. You could put that, obviously, I haven't got a bottle of wine here, it's in the kitchen, but they do fit over the top of a bottle of wine. But I also thought, actually, if you put wine on the table at Christmas, how cute would this be? Genuinely, again, took me a few minutes. So we're going to do both today, all right? So we're going to start with The old Christmas tree napkin. Hi Liz. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You saw the drawer, so well done. I'll get that in the post to you. And hi Heather. So I made these 20 inches across, and you need 2 half circles, okay? And I measured 20 inches along here, okay? And then just did a circle. I genuinely did the old pen with a bit of string. Half of 20 is 10 inches. So I tied a piece of string around my pen. I put them right sides together like this. You can see where I cut it out there. Okay. Oh, hang on. Am I on 3? I can't remember if I'm on 3 now. Hopefully I am. So you can see where I cut one out. So I have 2.5 meters. You'd get 4 napkins easily. Okay. So I literally tied a piece of wool. Let me grab a pen. Literally tied a piece of wool around a pen. Okay. Popped the string there and drew an arc out to get a circle, a half circle. Okay. And then cut them out on the line, which is all that is in there. Okay, like that. Okay. 2 half circles, that's it. It's all about the fold. It's more of a napkin folding tutorial today than a sewing tutorial. Okay, we're going to pop these right sides together. So, like that. We'll pop them right sides together. And we're going to stitch all the way round. Okay, like that. Get them lined up. There we go. So how have you all been? Everybody okay? Are you all ready for Christmas? Are you all right? Let me know if you're got any questions, what you've been up to. There we go. So I'm going to stitch all the way around, and I'm going to leave a gap in the top here. I'm actually going to leave it over to one side. It's easier just to pull through. So we're going to go over 1/4 inch all the way round. Okay. So you go over to number 4, which hopefully is the sewing machine. And we're just going to stitch these down. So while I'm stitching, I'm going to try and keep an eye on your comments. So anybody there? Anybody saying hello? What have you finished your Christmas shopping? My sister's just dropped the dog off because she's going to brave town today and finish her Christmas shopping. I have to say I've done pretty much all of it online. I am just about done, I think. I did most of it online this year, used a lot of smaller businesses and stuff, but did most of it on the websites because it's just easier than braving town. Although I think we might have to go in on Saturday just to pick up the last few little bits and pieces. So what's that, Jean? You're still putting the house together? Oh, bless you. It's not fun, is it? Hopefully you'll be done and it'll be cosy and everything ready for Christmas for you. There we go. So I'm just using 1/4 inch foot. I'm just moving this slowly because it's quite a nice big arc. It's quite easy just to keep it in line all the way round. Okay, so Carol, hopefully going to Leeds to our daughter, but this variant may put all that on hold. Oh, bless you. Well, hopefully, if you're double jabbed and you've had your booster, you should be all right, lovely. And then what's Claire saying? Still got lots of Christmas stuff to do, cards, makes, etc. Plus work that needs to be finished before you stop for the holiday. Oh, bless you. That sounds busy, love. Busy, busy. So, hi, Carol. Hi. Thank you for joining us. So we're going to go back over to the overhead, and I'm going to grab me trusty pinking shears. And all I'm going to do now is just pink and shear round that curve. You could clip into it if you haven't got pink and shears, but this is by far the quickest way. So I'm just going to go all the way around the edge. We're nearly done. And then I'm going to show you how to fold it, which is ridiculously easy, actually. In fact, I don't even need to show you, I don't think, about turning this through or anything, do I? Because you all know how to bag this through. So pink and shear all the way around, like that. Get rid of that excess. Try not make sure you don't snip your stitches, which I very nearly did. There we go. There we go. Okay, get rid of all that bits there. Gonna need your sewing machine out soon, as I need to make 10 Christmas bags for gifts. Oh, bless you. Oh, Jean, you have to bite the bullet and get it out, aren't you, love? Amongst all that building nonsense. There we go. And then just pull it through the gap like that. And then give it a good press. And once you've pressed it, you're going to top stitch it about 1/8 of an inch all the way round. Okay, so give that a good press out, like that. Oh, come on, let's get that other bit in. There we go. So, what's that been? About 3 minutes so far, and we're already almost done. So, roll that seam to get the seam right out, right to the edge. Give it a really good press, and then top stitch. Just top stitch all the way round, so that you end up with something that looks like that. There we go. Okay. So all I did was literally just top stitch all the way. You could put a bit of rickrack or something on, I suppose, if you wanted to, but it is actually a napkin. You want people to, use them. So we're going to, once you've done your top stitching, it's all about the fold. So first things first, fold it in half, like that. Okay. And really finger press that so you know where the centre is, which is just here. Okay. You're then going to measure 2 inches out. Okay, so measure 2 inches out and make a little mark like that. There we go. Okay. You're going to fold it on that mark like that and align that straight edge. And then you're going to press the bejesus out of it. Okay. Because this fold, obviously when you wash your napkins, they will then, the folds will go. So you need to know this bit. So really press that. You could, I was thinking about it actually, if you wanted to, you could actually stitch a line down there each time, so you've got like guidelines ready to do your fold again. But we're going to fold down that and really press it well. Okay. Then you're going to take the top bit and move it back to this piece here, like that. Again, press it really, really well. And then you're going to flip it over and put this one down to here, like that. And again, press really, really well. And when you turn it over, you get Christmas trees. I mean, it was ridiculously simple, it really was. There was very little to it, but I do think they'd be lovely ways of using up some Christmas fabrics, and just decorating your table and all, wouldn't it? You could do it, if you're doing like a, beautiful blue and silver themed, you could do like navy blue and white and maybe do like a silver top stitch or something, use all your bright Christmas, your reds and your greens, your traditionals and stuff. So, and then people have got a lovely napkin rather than using paper ones, okay? You could, like I said, you could stitch down those fold lines so that but I wouldn't put too much stitching on because you want people to, wipe their mouths and hands and all with them, don't they? So, Christmas tree napkins, that simple, honestly. So easy. It was, scary easy, okay? So you could whip up some of those still. Absolutely. So what I thought we'd do as well, is any other questions? Any questions about that? I'm just going to grab my drink a second. Any questions about that at all, guys? Are you okay? Do you need to see the fold again? It's relatively simple, to be honest. Sorry, just needed a quick slurp. You made some that are similar, but mine had a bit on the bottom that looked like a pot. You could, absolutely, you could do that. So before we stitched them, you could put, what would you need? Where would that need to be? Let's just do that again. You'd want them here, wouldn't you? You could do a little, double fold of fabric, like a square of like brown fabric. Right sides together, stitch around 3 sides, push it through, and then insert it into the seam. So when it flips out, you've got a little trunk or a pot or something, couldn't you? It's that would look really cute, Jean. Really, really cute. Yeah, could do that. You could put some decoration stitches, I suppose, as well if you wanted. But because that was so easy and far quicker than I thought it was going to be, I thought we'd have a little go at one of these because these were really nice and quick too. Nice and easy little things, and again, really cute little ideas for Christmas. So, we're going to start by making a log cabin with it, alright? So, what I've done, now you can do any sizes of these, it really doesn't matter. The only thing I would say is that if you want it to fit on a bottle of wine, these sizes sort of work. If you don't, if you can use them as Christmas tree decorations, mess around with it, okay? Mess around with these sizes. I cut a 3-inch square. I've already started a little bit of it. So a 3-inch square of like a flesh coloured. And then I've done I cut all 1.5-inch strips Okay, they're all 1.5 out of Christmas fabrics. I started with a white one so that it kind of looks like his beard. Okay, and then we're just going to do a row each of these two. Okay, so just a couple of red fabrics, but you could play around with these if you wanted to make them bigger or smaller, because you could make them into napkins, because they're going to end up like that, and then we turn them into an ornament. But you could make Father Christmas napkins, and you could make them bigger if you wanted to. You could add extra pieces. But what we're going to do is we're going to very quickly add these on in like a cheats log cabin way. Okay, so first things first, find the side that's got 3 on. So 1, 2, 3, 3 pieces. Again, I'm going to do cheats log cabin. I'm not going to measure these beforehand. I'm going to cut a piece off like that. I'm going to stitch down and I'm going to work my way round. So, over to the machine. There we go. Oh, we haven't done any food shopping yet for Christmas. Has anybody actually started their food shopping? So, 1/4 inch again. They're 1.5 inches, the strips, with a 3 inch in the centre. Okay. And then I'm just going to press that out very quickly. And I'm not going to worry about the fact that I've got this little bit here. You can trim that off if you want, but it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to put this one on next and go down that side. There we go, 1/4 inch. Here's me sniffing, like that. Chop it off. I'm going to quickly iron that one, so I'm just going to chop it off just a teeny tiny bit bigger. Ooh, dropping everything now. Iron that out. Add my next one on. So again, I'm just going to line it with that white edge. I'm just going to do one round all the way round of the first red, and then we're going to do, but you don't have to do them red. They could be, green Santas, make them little elves. Again, if you've got a theme, do them in like blue, like ice blue or something. That would be really nice. Just iron that one out. Again, chop it off nice and there. Is that piece? Oh, look at that, just big enough. That was happy accident. I didn't plan that at all, but it is just big enough, like that. So, there we go. All the way down there, like that. So I'm going to go back over to the overhead now. There we go. And just very quickly press that one. And then you can square this up, okay? So, that's not big enough. Let's get a big ruler. Let's get a big ruler. There we go. Okay, so that one is going to be now 7 inches. So I would then just trim it down to 7, like that. Just take off any excessy bits. Don't really have to square up if you don't want to. So, is anybody there today, or am I not getting the comments? You're all I'm not getting hardly anything through, my darlings. Are you all ignoring me, or are you all busy? Okay. And then we're going to add on another one. Okay, so I'm going to use this fabric, and I'm going to do one more row. One more sort of like round, all the way round. So again, I'm going to start on the third one that's got 3. Like that. There we go. And back over to the sewing machine we go. Alright, so I'm going to put a round of the second one. It doesn't have to be. You could do, I quite like the log cabin-y look. Hi Darren. Oh, Tina, you got home. Excellent. Oh, I'm glad you got back, and hopefully you're okay as well. You're busy watching, fair enough. Shirley says you're watching telly, trying to work from home at the same time. Oh, bless you. Isn't it like lunch break? These are great ideas. Thank you for inspiring us to try things. Oh, bless you. I'm spending the afternoon doing a circle from yesterday's live. Oh, brilliant. Go for it, Han. Oh, please do put pictures on Gigglers. If you do make it, put some pictures on Gigglers for me. Oh, that sounds like the boys back with the puppy dogs. That's our Scout. And Baby, because we've got a little man here today as well. Josh is looking after him today. So, you're knitting baby boots while watching. Oh, lovely. So, bless you. Oh, there's some lovely comments. Oh, you are all there then. You're not just ignoring me. There we go. So this one's going to go on here like that. Sorry, I got carried away reading the comments and stopped talking, didn't I? So we're going to add that one on. Nearly there, and I can show you how to turn them into the Father Christmases. I probably should have done this bit beforehand, shouldn't I? Prep this bit. There we go. This one. And then I need one more strip on. So I've got a little bit more fabric here. Again, I don't think it would matter if they were different strips. You know, you could be really, really scrappy about this. You know, they could all be different. They don't have to be the same all the way round. You know, just mix and match them. You know, all your different Christmas scraps and patterns and things. There we go. So I'm going to go down there like that. Last one, and then we can... Ah, hi Eileen! There we go. Okie doke. Right. I'm going to... Got caught on a pin then. Let's go over to the overhead. Just going to very quickly just iron that one out, and then we can trim it down. Okay, so I've just put 2 rounds. If you want them bigger, put another round. If you want them smaller, maybe start with a smaller square and make them smaller strips. You could just do one big strip of red all the way around if you wanted to. You know, entirely up to you. You'll get less of a log cabin-y look, but it would be quicker. So, what have we got there? So it's going to be about 9 inches square. So we're going to do that. Let's trim off again. Mine just happens to come up at 9, but it doesn't matter if it's bigger or smaller. These are your little decorations. So, Josh made homemade roasted tomato and red pepper soup. It smells amazing. I'm going to have a quick bowl of it after this for my lunch before going over to the shop. So, there's your little Santa, the start of it. Okay, you then want a square of fabric which is the same size. Okay. We're going to put this right sides together, like that. Okay, just get those nice and organised. And then I want a pen and a ruler. And we're going to treat it like a half square triangle, okay? So we're going to go right the way down like that, corner to corner. Now, I would also try and make sure that you've got, can you see like the corner of his like face square there? Make sure that that's all... You've got those little guide marks of the stitch lines where they cross. Okay, so we're going to draw a line all the way down like that. Okay, we're going to pop a pin either side, just to don't stick the pin in your finger like I just did. Pin either side like that, chuck a couple up there as well. And we're going to stitch 1/4 of an inch down both sides of that line. Okay, back over to number 4. So, I was hoping for a bit of snow or something, you know, make it feel a bit more Christmassy, but yeah, it's not happening at the moment, is it? There we go. So, sorry, I've got my hands in the way of the camera, isn't it? But what I'm trying to do is just make sure that these little pieces here, these seams, are lying flat. Actually, let me try and, if I do it with a pin, you should be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. It's fine this side because the seams are facing towards me, so the guide goes over nice and easily. So there we go, that's that one. And I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to go down the other side. Okay, so let's just make sure that tucks under. Come on. There we go, got it. Didn't want to do that one now. Come on, it's got caught in there, the little guide. I probably wouldn't use my 1/4 inch foot for this. It worked absolutely fine the other day, but I'd probably use my normal foot and just move my needle over. Here we go. Cut my thread. And off we go. So, who's actually finished their Christmas shopping? Who's finished it? Are you all done? Or if you still got... Oh, look at the state of me. I've got bits of thread everywhere. I'm going to cut up the line now, that drawn line, alright? So I'm going to go right the way across, like that. Like that. Okay, and I now have 2 Santas. There we go, like that and like that. You see, you've got, this is like his hat piece, and there's his little face and beard. Okay, so we're going to just, I've actually got one already done. I would just press those out, okay? you now want to just wad this up like you would... Oh, where's my wadding gone? I had a piece of wadding here a minute ago. Oh, I bet that Scouty had it. Hang on 2 seconds, let me grab a little piece of wadding. Did you have that wadding? I bet you did. I bet you did, mister. There we go. Sorry about that. Just grab another little bit of wadding. Okay, and then we're going to wad this up, alright? So, you want to piece it just a teeny tiny bit smaller than your piece of, your Santa face. So I'm going to just cut the piece out like that, and then I'm just going to take a weeny bit off the edge, 2 edges, just so that it's a little bit smaller. You've not finished your Christmas shopping yet, Jean? Oh no, I'm nearly there. I think I've just got a couple of little bits left to get. I've been really slow this year, really slow. So I'm going to pop that on the back like that. Okay, so I want a little squirt of glue. They're so colourful. Ah, thanks, Karen. That's really sweet of you to say. It's not my... Oh, I would give her a squirt of glue, but... where's my glue gone? It's gone. It won't spray. Oh, I know what I've got. Glue pen. That'll work. We'll use a glue pen. Oh, all done. Making mince pies later. Oh, lush. Let's just use a glue pen. Just because it's only just there to temporarily hold. A little bit of glue, which works just as well. In fact, actually, it's probably better than my chest at the moment as well, with no sprays. There we go. And line this one up on like that. Okay. There we go. So you're just wadding up the top. Now, normally with a quilt, obviously we'd put this on like that. And you could make a little mini quilt. They would be really cute, wouldn't they? Eileen, you've just got to get the food, just not doing any more present shopping. Oh, brilliant. She's just going to finish making a couple of things. Oh, that's really good that you finished all your shopping. But I'm going to bag this out. So I'm going to put this on top, so it's right sides together with the Santa face. Okay? So I've cut another piece that's very slightly bigger. I'll pop a couple of pins in, and I'm going to stitch all the way round. Okay? So no glue or anything, because I want to be able to bag it out. And I'm going to stitch it, and I'm going to leave a gap on one side. Actually, I'm going to leave the gap in his hat. So his hat's up here, so I'm going to leave it up here. Okay? So I'm going to start stitching here, go all the way round to there, and then we're going to bag it out. We bought some extra spray tops so you can place them. That's such a good idea, Jean, because mine get really gammed up sometimes. Actually, I'm going to change the foot as well, because I've got wadding on, and it's a pain. There we go. Okay, so you'd want a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, because you want to come just into the wadding, but you don't want too much of the wadding, alright? So I'm just going to do a couple of little back stitches. Get them on Amazon. Oh, brilliant. I will have a little look out for that. So I'm using the edge of the top, not the backing fabric, as my guide, okay? Just because otherwise you might not hit this bit, but I'm just using that as my guide. I'm going to trim that excess off. There we go, nearly there. Last couple of lines. All the way down like that. Josh is stuffing very nice soup. It smells amazing. Is it good, Josh? Is little man gone to sleep? Going to go all the way down there, and nearly back to the beginning. Oh no, my bobbin's just run out. There we go. Yeah, bobbin's just run out. Let me just, we'll use a pink for now. Doesn't matter. There we go. Because I haven't got another neutral one there at the minute. Let me just... Typical. I thought I didn't win it, bobbin chicken. I thought I was going to get there. So, there we go. Back round that corner. Oh, someone's talking about ground almonds. What are you talking about, ladies? Let me click up a little bit. Oh, now I've gone too far. Oh, is it about making mince pies? Oh, rum butter with ground almonds. Yum, yum, yum. I love a bit of rum butter. There we go. So I've left a gap. just going to back stitch so that it doesn't break. And then you can trim off, get rid of those pins. I'm making this look way harder than it actually is, to be honest, today. There we go, take off that excess. Just going around the edge, using the top of the Santa face as a guide. Really, really must get a new blade in my rotary cutter before tomorrow's demos online. Here we go. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to clip the corners and pull it all through. Okay, nearly there. So there's my gap there. Right, so bear with me a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I've just got to get this through now. Come on. Once it starts, it's the same with any sort of bagging out, isn't it? Once it starts, it's fine. You can see again how quick these little projects are too. You know, those napkins are really fast, and what's this taken me so far? About 15 minutes, I suppose, 15-20 minutes. So I'm going to push out those corners as I push it through. Push out there. Push out there. And push out there. There we go. Okay, so now you make a really cute little coaster as well. You could make bigger versions to make placemats as well, I suppose. But just as he is like that, you'd make quite a cute coaster. So I'm just going to very quickly give him a good press. Alright? Give him a really good press. Like that. That fusible wadding actually would be good for this, wouldn't you? You wouldn't have to worry about spraying it or anything then. I'm just going to turn through that little bit where the gap is. Make sure that's all nice and in line, and then give that a press as well, so it's all as it should be. And then you would hand stitch that close. You could top stitch it all the way around if you wanted to, but you don't need to. I'm going to pretend I've hand stitched it and just put a little pin there, okay? But I would actually no, don't. I lie. Don't hand stitch it. Close at that point. You want to put his decoration on. Where's he gone? Okay. So before you put your hand through there, what's he doing?
He's got just a melty stick.
Oh, it's fine. He's quiet. He's eating something, but he's quiet. Before you close that gap, you want to decorate him. Okay. So you could just use a Sharpie or a black Sharpie or something, and just draw in some eyes. You might have some little black buttons or something you could use. I used a red coloured pencil just to rosy up his cheeks a little bit. And I used some little black beads that I had, these little tiny black round beads, just to give him eyes. But decorate his face however you want, okay? I suppose you could add some extra decoration in if you need to. Sew up that gap, and then I quilted him, okay? So I wanted to be sat on the sofa rather than in my sewing machine, so I did just some long quilting. So just with some cotton perlé and a big needle, just did a little bit of hand stitching on him just to quilt him up. Doesn't need a lot. Quilt, but you could do it on the machine. You could absolutely just do some lines of quilting, quilt him up. And then all you're going to do then is turn him over and fold him in half like that, and then ladder stitch, or again you could do it on the machine, I suppose. You could absolutely just do a line of stitching all the way up there and give it a good press. And I won't do the ladder stitching now because I want to decorate him first, because then I've got a little matching pair. But I'll pop a pin in there. So imagine I've hand stitched or machine stitched up there, and there's your little Christmas topper, okay? And like I was saying, he can then sit on a bottle of wine, or he could just you could hang them. If you want to put a piece of like ribbon or something in, before we bag it out, I would stitch a little piece of ribbon at the top of his hat, so when you turn it through, you've got a little hanging hook if you're going to hang them. But you could put them onto like bunting tape, just attach them onto some ribbon and make them like bunting. That would be really cute as well. So very, very simple little idea, but really sweet. So if I come over to here a second, guys, you can, I don't know if you can see that, there you go. And you sit him on a bottle of wine on your table, and he looks all Christmassy. I just liked him. I thought it was lush. Linda actually made some, and they were last year, and She made some for us to sell in the shop. Actually, they went really, really well. So, but yeah, you could hang him as well, which would be really nice. Don't worry, it's fine. What's he got?
Bottle lid.
He's got what? A bottle lid. Hang on, we've got a scout instant again. Here we go. Don't chew that up, little bugger. So that's it for today. You've got 2 little projects to sort out, and all within what we did. What was that? Half an hour? Half an hour to show you 2. So love it. You're going to make them next year. Fair enough. That's the joy of this, though, isn't it? You've got Christmas ideas now. Make them in like the Christmas break or in January when it's all cold and horrible. You've got ready for next year then. We all say that. We don't actually do it though. Come off it. But yeah, a couple of little ideas for you. So that's us done for 1 o'clock this week. I have got the craft store tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So if you're in desperate need of a white gecko fix, I'll be on tomorrow. But on it's Freeview channel 85 and Sky is 69 something. I can't remember. But you know it. Find the craft store. I'm on at 1 tomorrow, so tune in and see what we got on there. And then we will see you next week, my darlings. We will be back Tuesday. Actually, probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday again next week because I've got the craft store again next Thursday. I've got 2 hours next Thursday, so we might do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday again next week. So have a lush weekend, and I will see you really soon. That's okay. Thanks, guys, for all your thanks and everything, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.